If you're in a book buying ban and you're watching this video, I'm really sorry, but I guess you're going to have the urge to buy more books after watching this video. Hey, this is Simran and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about books that I have received for the past few months, and that is a disclaimer, by the way. I have not bought this all together, obviously. These are all accumulated stuff for the past 3-4 months, and are some are very kindly sent to me by publishing houses, some are bought by my own self, some are very some are sent to me by authors, independent authors. So I just thought of making a haul video because I personally love watching them, and I thought you will also love watching me talking about a lot of new books that I've recently received. So here we go. This book in this huge book haul is sent to me by the publishing house White Falcon Publishing, and that is Fathomless by Sadi Radhika. Now, this is poetry collection and I am already done reading it. I just completed it last night, and it is about motherhood, about leaving behind one's own home, and solitude, and basically all of these things that comes very handy when you write a poetry collection. And I have really loved some portions of it. Like I have annotated, I don't know if the camera is catching it, but I have like literally red marked a lot of pages because I thought that it was a really, really nice collection of poetry. I generally do not buy poetry collections by my own self. It is always majorly sent to me by publishing houses or authors for that matter. And whenever I come across a poetry collection that is being sent to me, I feel very privileged because considering I do not buy poetry and I get an opportunity to read them. I liked it. If you like reading about parents, about leaving behind home, about a new place that you're residing, most probably for schooling or college or whatever, I think this is a really, really nice pick. I have really liked it. I didn't expect to like it more, but publishing contacted me to send me books. I They were very nice of giving me a list of books from which I myself could pick. So this was one of the picks that I did, which is Fathomless, and the next is Once Upon a Time by a collection of short stories by Nadira Kotikolan. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but yeah, these are the two books. And one good thing about White Falcon Publishing is what I felt was that they gave me a list of books from which I could myself personally choose by probably, going through their descriptions and all. Because I don't like publishing houses sending me books like blindly, because sometimes there are books that I don't want to read, that I will never read perhaps, and these just keep collecting dust in my bookshelf, which makes no sense at all because you are sending me books for me to talk about it, and if I just collect and just collect, basically I just keep it in my shelf, then what is the point of sending me books? So I think all the publishing houses have recently started doing it, that they ask you before sending your books, which is a very good thing. And White Falcon Publishing has sent me this too. So followed by Once Upon a Time, a collection of short stories. I don't know what this collection of short stories is about, but as per the blurb, it says this is a collection of short stories involving characters coming from different backgrounds who are trying to make sense of their individual lives as they negotiate the rough and smooth terrains of their circumstances. They are not stories with fairy tale endings, but a sample of the agony and ecstasy, hopes and disappointments, sheer helplessness, and quiet acceptance of what makes up human lives anywhere and at any time. I feel I've never read this author actually, but because it's a short story collection, so it's going to be very complimentary with anything that I read at this point. So I decided to get this, and with the blurb that you read behind, it's very interesting and very fascinating. This actually I have already read this, but yeah, with this we'll see to that. Book is Janaka and Ashtavakra, book by Ashraf Karayab. Now the author himself has sent this to me, and I am already done reading it. I'm going to talk about it in more details in my next wrap up video. But as of now, this is a very very this is a very good book to start with learning about Indian mythology because the writing is very lucid. The characters have been very nicely portrayed. Well, I knew about Janaka, who is the father of Sita, but I didn't know about Ashtavakra, and I was surprised to see who Ashtavakra is. And when I googled also, I was I didn't know about this person's existence at all, even when I myself am Hindu. But this book has given me a lot of knowledge about what I follow personally, and yeah, I think that this is one of the really nicest book if you want to start with your with your reading in the Hindu mythology context. So yeah, we have is I'm currently reading this, so there's a bookmark in it. It's The Game of Choice by Anish. It's Gaiga. So this book is about this guy. I forgot the name. This book is about this guy Sunny, who is a just a normal wage earner, and he then gets into a very weird business where a business that he's not very comfortable talking about with a lot of people, and especially with the girl he's dating. And I just want to say I'm like very little into the book, and I know that things are going to go all haphazard. It's also one book that is sent to me by the author himself, and I am hoping to have a mixed feelings about it, but we'll see to it. I cannot yet say anything, but the book is for beginners, extremely beginners friendly. So if you are somebody who is willing to start with reading journey and doesn't know how to and where to, I think these kind of books really help you to get through into the world of books and literature. Is bought by me, and the next two books, in fact, and these two books are, I didn't display it anywhere, and these two books are brought from Booktail Book Fair. So Booktail had recently had a book fair in Guwahati, and I had the privilege to go there. Although there was a complete system of box buying, so locked the box kind of 1500 and 2500, which I didn't want to. Like last time also I bought the box with 1500 MRP, but this time I decided to not buy a box full of books because I already have a lot of unread books, and I have the opportunities to books keep coming in my at my doorstep almost every alternate day. So I decided to just buy two books that really piqued my interest, and I have seen this a lot of time. The first book is Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Masson. Now I know a lot of you must already have seen this everywhere. This was also um, either a women's prize for fiction. Yeah, so this was a women's prize for fiction for 2020-22, and I have only heard good things about it, so I decided to give it a shot. And once, like the moment my eyes caught this book, I was like, I'm getting it, even if it's like really expensive. But this was only for 150 rupees, which is a very good deal. Although the spine is cracked, obviously it indicates that it's already been read or perhaps tampered with. No torn pages or anything as such, so I'm fine with it. And the page quality is also fine. So as long as the book is readable, I'm fine with even the pirated books, honestly. But I do not promote pirated copies, but I am okay as long as it's readable. Okay, so the first extremely looking forward to reading this book, and I can't wait. I just wanted to give it a start the moment I bought it, but I am in between many books, so I decided to not do that. The next book is The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett. Now, I have been eyeing this book ever since I joined Bookstagram. Like, can you believe it? I joined Bookstagram in 2019 or 20, I'm not sure. But ever since then, it's been more than 3 years now that I've been eyeing this book, and it's in my wish list forever. And I don't know why and how I didn't get my hands on it. And the moment I saw this book this time in the book fair, I was like, I just didn't know what. I picked some other books also to buy it along with buy those along with this one. But the moment I saw this, I dropped all of those books and I picked this one instead to go with this. So I bought two books from the book fair, and this is the second one. It is The Vanishing Half, and Tell you how happy it made me to see this book in a book fair for that matter. It costed me 200 rupees by the way, but I think it's okay. The quality is completely fine. The spine is a little broken, but I think I can manage. And the pages, the page quality. So these are the two new picks, and I'm very thrilled. Next book is The Head and the Heart by Ashwara Iyer, sent to me by the author herself. Reviewed. Everything of this book is already done on my Instagram. So if you have a lot of poetry books that I want to recommend, so I'm very certainly doing it soon. And this is one of the books that I would definitely like to recommend. It's really beautiful, I must say. Yeah, I'm going to speak about this full-fledgedly in my wrap up, but yeah, this is the this is the this is another book. Yeah, book is in a packaging. I already ripped it apart, but I just wanted to keep hold of the package because it gives a feel. So yeah, this is a new book. It is The End of the Moment We Had by Toshika Okada. Now I'm very fond of I'm very fond of Japanese literature. I've recently read Nails and Eyes by Kaori Fujino. I have never read anything as weird as that book, and as weird and as disturbing also. So the moment I got done with that book, I instantly went into my Amazon and I checked for Pushkin Press publications, because this is a Pushkin Press publication, and Kaori Fujino's book is also with the same publication, also of the same publication. So I got through a lot many, and this picked my attention so much. It was like the blurb is so damn interesting that I had to get it. My brother actually got this for me, and I was like telling him that I want to get it, and he bought it for me. It's a collection of two novellas combined together to into a small book, and the cover, it's like beautiful. Pick it in the month of August, let's see, because it's a small book, and I have plans in August, so most probably I'll pick this one because it's not going to be a lot of headache for me to read books like this. Is again read by me. It is Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan, a really beautiful book with a beautiful message. And I did not rate it a 5 star because I wanted this. I just felt that there could have been more. I just wanted more from the book, and the of having the essence to read more from a book is what always me back from rating a book a five star. And this is a damn good book, and I have not read anything else by Claire Keegan as of now. This is the first book, and I am not stopping in the first. There's going to be more of Claire Keegan in this channel and in my bookshelf. So yeah, this is reread this book in the month of December this year, because this is a complete Christmas vibe book, and still haven't picked it. Please pick it during winters. Trust me, you're not going to be fooled by what I say this time. Yeah. Book is The Garden of Eden by Ernest Hemingway. Now, I have always wanted to read Ernest Hemingway and Kafka. I have not read either of them. This is my first Ernest and Hemingway. I bought it from Achal, from Bookstagram only, and she was selling this for 200 bucks inclusive of the shipping, and I just couldn't stop myself because it's a hardcover, and I really liked the page quality because it's completely yellow. And yeah, this book is actually when Ernest Heming I if I'm not wrong, Ernest Hemingway's this is basically an incomplete book by Ernest Hemingway, and he most perhaps died while writing it, and so the book is not complete yet, and that is the reason I bought it. I'm very curious to read Ernest Hemingway. I've only heard good things about this author, and I'm a classic fanatic, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna like it. And the cover is very nice. I really like with paintings or anything like this, and it's beautiful. I just cannot wait to read it. Although I just got done with a big classic of all time, so I'm not sure when I'm going to pick a next classic. But this is going to be the next classic that I ever read, most certainly. Okay, the next two books are sent to me by a very close friend of mine, long back. I think in the month of March. I believe it was in March that he sent me these. So the first book is a woman's story by Annie Arnaud. Now, this is most perhaps a story about Annie Arnaud's mother, and who is suffering from Alzheimer. And yeah, So upon her mother's death from Alzheimer, this is what the synopsis is. So I'm not giving you any spoilers. It is also the Nobel Prize 2022, and I have not read any book of Annie Arnaud, and I wanted to see how she writes so good within just these number of pages, and I just want to read. I have not yet read this book, and I want to read it, but I'm sure that it's going to be like a little sad. It's going to be sad book, and I'm not sure if I want to read any sad book as of now. That is the reason I have not yet picked it. But I am most certainly picking it up this year for sure, and I cannot wait to read this one. It's I'm very much attracted to books that have sad stories, but not little life minded. But particular on when to pick this one, but surely I'm doing it soon. So yeah, in the very same series of my best friend buying me book. It's Hurricane Season by Fernanda Melchor. Now, Melchor. Sorry for the pronunciation. It's the winner of an English Pen Award, and by this publishers, Fitzgerald Publishers. I have read two books by them earlier, and Minor Details by Adanya Shibli, and the other one is Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead by Olga Tokarczuk, and I have loved both of them thoroughly. I have rated both of these a 5 star, and when I got my hands on this one, I was like, I'm going to read it during monsoon most probably, because it's going to give me all the feels. It's set in those in the time of that, and it's about death, it's about witchcraft. So I am very looking forward to reading this book. It's nearly 226 pages, but it looks a little bigger. But yeah, I love these editions. By the way, these digital editions have my heart. The next two books are a little like intimidating for me, but I want to give it a shot in the month of June. So let's see, it's a self-help book by Brianna West, and the first book is The Mountain Is You. The both of these books were sent to me by a publishing house, and I am not sure actually what should I be expecting from these books, if these books are going to be like life changing. The second book also, let me talk about it. It's 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. I have no idea what these books are about. I'm sure that these are like, self-help and to change your perspective of thinking, to change the way you look into your life or anything as such. Like, probably this book is about building self-confidence or anything as such. But yeah, transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. I have no clue. I've never read any book that talks about me being good or me looking into things with a perspective. I only read fiction, and I have never actually liked the fact of reading non-fiction books. And this, I am these two. I'm very skeptical, but I want to read either of them in the month of June, throughout the month, and just see for myself if it's like worth it, because I've seen these two a lot of times. People have been like raving about this one especially a lot, because they say that this one book has really changed the way they think. I don't know how this happens, but yeah, books are influencing, and I am sure it happens positively. So I'm probably going to pick this because it's small, so the commitment is going to be like very, uh, you know, versatile, and yeah, I will I will just see what could be done about this, and we'll see if I really get something from get something from either of the books if I ever get to read them. Yeah. Okay, we have come to the last book, that is Surya Vamshi. Now, Surya Vamshi, The Sun Kings of Rajasthan by Abhinendranath Tagore. It is a translated book. So, the original book is written by Abhinendranath Tagore, but now it is translated and adapted by Sandipan Deb. And it is sent to me by Jaggernaut Books, and I have not yet read it. I want to read it, and I have really no idea what this book is about. They randomly sent it to me along with a few other books that I have already read and spoken about a long time back, so I didn't bring it here in the hall, but I will read it. But again, I just read one Indian mythology, and I think it's going to be overwhelming for me to read another one, very next. I'll read this soon enough, and share my thoughts about what I feel of this book. Yeah, these are the books that I have recently accumulated, and not every book is bought by me. Mostly are not bought by me actually. These are all very kindly and generously sent to me by authors and publishers, and I really admire them for doing it. Finally read them and speak about them in more details with you guys out there. Like the video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment down below what next do you want to see. I want to actually film a video about mid-year book breakout. There's a tag like that, so I'm very excited to do it, and I'll probably do it too. Let's see. So yeah, if you really like the video, please consider subscribing to my channel, like this video, comment down below what all content that you expect me or any book that you want me to read and talk about, and we'll see you in the next one. Also, please hit the bell icon. I keep forgetting that, but yeah, also yeah. So we'll see you in the next one. Until then,